Howdy there, folks. Today I'm going to be taking you on an informational journey into an old American icon, the Colt Single Action Army. So saddle up, and here we go. Now then, while most of us at the tender age of 16 will be worrying about the perils of high school, homework, your popularity, and if your crush even notices you, young Samuel Colt was reinventing the tools of warfare as we knew it. During a long voyage aboard a ship, Colt noticed how the mechanics of a ratcheting sail hoist allowed a cylinder to revolve and lock in place under stress. This led to the invention of the first revolver, and eventually, in 1872, the Colt Single Action Army. Throughout 145 years of production, it has kept up appearances in the U.S. government, civilian life, and Hollywood as a symbol of American innovation. Its involvement in the most vital, historic events earned it many nicknames, such as Peacemaker and the Gun That Won the West. It has seen heavy usage in battles throughout history, ranging from Little Bighorn to both World Wars and on. Whoa, now that was a nice bit of insight on the history and meaning behind this here historical revolver. But how in tarnation does it work? Let's find out. Alright, what we have here is a working 2D model of a Colt Single Action Army. Right, now, to get into the mechanics, we'll take this step by step. With these exposed parts, you can see just how this thing really works. Alright, so first step we do here is we pull back this hammer to half cock. Now there's two notches inside this hammer. If you can see this right here, there's two notches. The first one pulls it back to half cock. What that does is releases this bolt here, which allows this cylinder to rotate so that the next cartridge can get into place in the place where the firing pin of the hammer has to strike next. So that brings it aligned with the barrel and aligned with this firing pin right here. At the same time, once we pull back the hammer, this little hand right here pushes some notches in this cylinder to rotate the cylinder. So basically, to recap, the trigger, the hammer, and the cylinder all move, along with this hand, all move at the same time, and everything aligns in place. Then we can pull this hammer back to full cock, to the second cock, the second notch right there. That's full cock, and the trigger is ready to be pulled, which will fire the bullet out the barrel. So now the cylinder's in place. The bolt is locked again inside the cylinder to keep it from rotating, so that once we pull this trigger here, all this tension built up in this mainspring, which is located inside the grip of the Colt, all this tension built up in this spring that's held in place by this here hammer, once we pull that, it's all going to be released. It's all going to be released through this hammer and flies forward, and the firing pin will strike the center fire cartridge located inside the cylinder. Once that happens, the gunpowder inside that cartridge will ignite and fire a bullet right along this barrel, out the end, and into your target. And that, my friends, is basically how the Colt Single Action Army operates. Ooh-wee, now that was a doozy. Thank y'all kindly for joining me on this here little adventure, and I hope you learned something along the way. Well, be careful out there, and take your trusted peacemaker with you. I'll be seeing you around, partner.